You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, I've got your weekly prediction edition. We're going to talk about Sidwell intervening, Rick confessing, and Emma digging. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. As always, our predictions are based on upcoming spoilers, and we have predictions for Willow and Drew, for Sidwell and Natalia, for Liz and Rick, for Emma and Joss, and also for Lulu and Gio. And hey, if you are not subscribed, please hit that button. Let's get right into it. Our very first prediction, Willow rejects Drew's offer to break up with her and walk away from their romance. So on Monday, Jason is really irritating Drew and vice versa after he asks Jason to take an offer from him to Michael. But Jason tells his twin Drew that until Willow sees it, there's no compromise. And I expect that's something like until Willow sees the truth about Drew and how awful he is. Wednesday spoilers have Willow facing a huge decision. Thursday has Michael and Jason catching up. And Friday spoilers have Willow announcing something big. So Drew recently told Martin it's his fault she lost her kids. It's true, absolutely. And it's the same thing Nina said. Drew says if he leaves Willow, Michael will probably let her see the kids, and Drew thinks that might be what's best. And so he may want Jason to ask Michael if he'll let Willow back in the kids' lives, but he may not be offering a breakup initially. He just may say, look, Willow collapsed. She was taken to General Hospital. She's hit really hard. Please talk sense to him. Jason is probably going to be adamant that as long as Willow's with Drew, he doesn't expect Michael to relent. So with Willow making a big decision next week, Drew may offer to break up with her so she can be with her children without Willow having to push him away, which might be hard. But she also has that, baseline cult member behavior. And that's what I think drives her addiction to Drew and to want to do what he says. So I would be stunned if she actually let him walk away, or if Willow herself decided to walk away from Drew. And of course, he doesn't want to break up with her, but he may feel like he's got to do the right thing. However, he generally doesn't do the right thing. So maybe this is just lip service. Friday is when Willow makes an announcement, and she may say she's not going to give up Drew, or she may say she's going to keep fighting for her kids. I doubt Willow would break up with him or would walk away and go to DC with him, either one. Our second prediction, Sidwell intervenes with Natalia, but he wants something. So on Thursday, Sonny tries to get answers from Sidwell, and Marco has conflicted feelings. So last week, we saw Natalia talking to Marco and Alexis about the DA and her DUI, and Natalia also warned Sonny that the DA Turner, is demanding that she get info on Sonny for her. So we know her ex-husband Sidwell offered Natalia help before, even though he's not a fan of hers. Sidwell said she ripped their family apart. Maybe it's her drinking that did it, or maybe Natalia was cheating, or both. And Marco is very close to his dad, and he may tell Sidwell that Natalia was arrested for another DUI and that DA Turner wants her to testify against Sonny. So we may have Marco going to his dad because he may worry Sonny could whack Natalia or something. So Sidwell may intervene to save Natalia, to save Marco's mom from going to prison or having to cut a deal with the DA that might put her life at risk. But in exchange, Sidwell may want the info she has on Sonny. I kind of could see Sidwell getting involved in this situation in particular because D.A. Turner is played by that actor's wife. Sidwell, of course, is played by Carlo Rota, and his wife is Nazanin Contractor, who plays D.A. Turner, and ADA Turner, and I would like to see them together in some scenes. Our third prediction, Liz confronts Rick. So on Wednesday, Elizabeth reveals something according to spoilers. So last week on Friday, Rick had a close moment with Liz at the hospital after losing Willow's case, and Liz comforted him and laid her hand on Rick. So, he might be thinking, okay, I've got a chance here. However, Elizabeth may tell Rick she knows he and Ava are blackmailing Alexis. And if he's called out, Rick may admit to Elizabeth, yes, he knows Christina cut his brake lines trying to kill Ava. If you remember, Liz was initially upset at Lucky for covering for Christina, wanted to turn her in, but Lucky basically talked Liz into it by saying no good can come of it. But I imagine Rick would try and justify his actions to Liz. I mean, honestly, blackmail is still, to me, morally less problematic than Christina's attempted murder. Certainly with Lucky gone, Rick may be hoping at another chance to reunite with Elizabeth, but the blackmail could be a problem. But again, you know, the larger problem is that Rick is just generally a sketchy guy. So we'll see if Liz maybe tries to talk Rick out of the blackmail, although he probably can't stop Ava. But if Rick thinks he's got a chance with Liz, you know, he might do it. Our fourth prediction, Emma smells a rat. So Tuesday spoilers have Emma getting the upper hand the same day that Jocelyn is suggesting an idea to Vaughn, her WSB handler. She's talking to him about getting some information off of Henry Dalton's phone. So Emma may overhear Joss talking to Vaughn, who's undercover in a maintenance uniform. Maybe Emma gets suspicious that Joss is up to something. Emma may realize Joss didn't really want the job with Dalton, but she's got some kind of reason for being there. And that might tick Emma off because she wanted to bring Hank Dalton down herself. She may also wonder why Joss is looking into him because Emma's an activist and Joss is not. Plus, spoilers say Emma gets the upper hand, so that might be with Jocelyn. She may threaten to expose her to Dalton. And don't forget, Emma's grandma, Anna Devane, is a badass ex-WSB agent. So I wonder if Emma realizes this feels like some sort of spy operation. Our fifth and final prediction, Lulu apologizes to Gio. So Monday spoilers have Lulu making an apology, but don't say to who. And that same day, Gio overhears something disturbing. Tuesday, Lulu gets a pleasant surprise. So while bickering with BLQ at Maxie's house last week, Lulu said she didn't regret what she did. But then when Maxie was pushing her, she finally admitted the one person she did owe an apology to was Gio because she blew up his life. Lulu is, to me, she's just being horrible. She's trying to rationalize what she did and acting like she has some kind of moral high ground when she doesn't. I'm not really enjoying the personality of recast Lulu. They've just totally changed the nature of her character. So when Lulu makes this apology on Monday, it seems likely it's to Gio because she really doesn't think she owes anybody else an explanation or an apology. But I wonder if Gio will even want to hear from Lulu. You know, she may think that she did him a favor, and depending on her attitude when she approaches Gio, if that is to whom she's making the apology, he may be grateful, he may be angry. And if Lulu starts trash talking his biological mom, Brooke Lynn, you know, Gio might not like that much either, which would be very interesting.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.